The crude meltdown continues. Oil prices today fell below the $50 mark for the first time in nearly 6 years, and fears of an increase in US supplies. And the worst may not be over just yet. Analysts say crude could hit further lows with surplus inventory seen at 2 million barrels a day. There's been some sort of a recovery though in late trade with crude prices recovering a good 3% from the lows of the day, but still falling below that $50 a barrel mark in trade earlier today.
Crude prices have plunged nearly 55% in the past 6 months, and experts say the prices could go down to $40 a barrel. The oil slide is good news for India, which imports 80% of its crude oil requirement. While the falling prices will help the government keep the current account deficit under check, it will provide a big cushion on the subsidy front as well. Forget about the cooling effect on inflation. That will, of course, come in. The continuing crude meltdown and what it means for India is our top story on Business Tonight.
It's a relentless slide in crude oil prices. The unstoppable fall today saw Brent crude slip below the $50 a barrel mark, levels last seen almost 5 years back in 2009. A weak global economy, subdued demand from the US to Europe, Asia, China and emerging markets, but excess supply. Top oil producers like Saudi Arabia, Iraq, Libya are pumping more and more oil. As a result, crude continues to fall. Crude prices have plunged over 55% in the last 6 months. And experts insist this move could even send crude spiraling down to levels of $40 a barrel. But for countries like India, which import 80% of its crude requirement, this is certainly good news.
Correction in commodity prices, oil included, and industrial commodities is all a very welcome positive for so far as India is concerned.
Correction in commodity prices will benefit India. With gold imports on the rise, a spiral in crude will keep CAT under check.
The fact is, with oil prices being where they are, and let's be honest, I don't think any of us expected oil to be below $55 a barrel 1 year ago. That's a huge positive for our current account deficits.
While dipping crude prices brings tremendous cheer on the full subsidy front, Nodlock is now concerned about the long-term impact of such a steep decline.
Crude comfort is a double-edged sword. While a dip in global crude prices brings down the subsidy burden, too much of a slide can be unsettling. Because besides inventory losses borne by the big daddies of the Indian oil sector, it also imports onto Indian equities the pain in the global commodity space. Nitya Balakrishnan, ET Now, New Delhi.
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/ETNow and don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at ETNowLive. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/user/ETNow.